Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back to the Let's Play, and right now we're just going to continue what we were doing last time, namely trying to find our way through this dungeon. Um, Nothing really happened since last time, and apparently this is a dead end, so that sucks. I was really hoping that this place was going to be the sweet spot, the sweet spot, so to speak. But it's not, so let's try and find our way through this dungeon. Now, as I said, the last, how did that thing get an attack in? Hello. Can we please just use the spell as it's supposed to be used? Thank you very much. So as I said last time, we're actually just going to try and explore the rest of this place. Now, I think that this place is completely pointless. By which, this place I mean like the brown part. There's more pots here. Pots. Pots have been good to us so far in this dungeon. 420 gold. Nice. More pots. Nothing. I almost did not see... Really? Wow. A locked chest in the middle of this place. I cannot think of anything that seems more annoying right now than a locked chest. Which means that there is a key somewhere, which means we have to come back to this place. Which is arguably even worse. But okay, I digress. Empty boxes, 2 sharks. I was really hoping that that would just say key. But it didn't, so let's Sanct Crown. What's that? Is that that's a helmet, right? Gotta be. Extra defense. Makes you immune against poison, madness, shock, and clash. Can random equip that? Yeah, I didn't think you would. For Sarah, it's a better helmet though, so let's give it to her. Okay. Nothing here. Let's check box down. Nothing. I feel like this game knows all too well that it is wasting your time by making you check all these empty boxes. And that's why it throws in this random box that is not empty in the middle of it, just to keep you interested and just to force you to keep checking these boxes really quickly. Like, it knows it's toying with you, but it does it anyways. Now, if you go up here, you'll actually be able to access the rope. You might ask, how do you know? Because I haven't even been at this place yet, but I just know how Indian Era works. Just like, well, it would be so embarrassing if I'm wrong now. Not gonna lie. But, yeah. You're definitely gonna be able to access this. This is way too... Yeah, see. Indian Era loves to put these segments where you think you can't reach it, but then the characters finally decide that they do know how to jump and they manage to make it. So we're gonna enter this cave, and this is gonna be the ice cave. And I slightly remember this. My friend the friend that I was talking about earlier, the one that actually finished the game. I vaguely remember him talking about this place, that this was another very important part. And you basically have to explore this if you want to get all the loot. So, then again, last time he lied to me because he said that that Mathroon dungeon thing had a lot of loot. And I am sorry, but that dungeon did not have a lot of loot. At best, the Drake had a lot of loot, and the Drake was a pretty good boss to beat. It felt good beating the Drake. But that's only because the Drake killed me, and I feel good when I kill things that killed me. So, really, how good was that? Now, I do get the feeling that if any place at all is gonna have a key, well, I guess, of course nothing says that this is the right key, but I have this feeling it's just too much of a coincidence, you know? We're looking for a key, we find a key like right away. I have very big data, this is not going to be the correct key. We actually want to use Mega Bolt, since we have it. Oh, Mega Bolt actually hits both enemies. Nice. Gazdertarn. How do you pronounce it? Gazdertarn? 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 I like pronouncing it on the German way, like Gazdertarn. It kind of feels German to me. I don't know. I'm not German. So let's go back. Let's check out that chest that was locked earlier, and let's see if this is the correct key for it. The good thing about Mr. Muscle encounters is that you can just run from them. Because this thing is so slow, it's never going to chase you. Well, almost never. Never say never. There it is. So I'm kind of wondering, like... I'm kind of wondering what's going to be inside this chest. Because it does look... Frozen key opens a chest. Found Arcus ring. What's the Arcus ring? Because Luciana cannot equip it, meaning it's not a spell ring. Random cannot equip it, meaning it's not... What? Wait, nobody can equip it? What? Is it like not a ring? Let's just check it out then. Arcus ring. Is it a spell? Is that like a castable spell or something? Is that what it is? Arcus's ring casts limitless water beams. Wow. Ooh, that is spicy. An infinite amount of water beam uses by any character. So if you meet an enemy that is actually really resilient against physical attacks, you can just spam water beam with random and Coriol too. And Sarah, because that is really good. That is really, really, really good. Yeah, that definitely makes up for the backtracking we had to do to actually get the key. That is very good. So I'd say let's just continue with exploring the side of the dungeon first. Because we encountered the key and we immediately backtracked. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have done that, but it definitely is not going to be the best way to make our way out of this place quickly. So we're going to use the Wicked Nymphs, which is going to drain the fire of its magic, and then Gazertan is going to hit them for good damage, and then Random and Coriol are going to be able to wrap it up. Except it doesn't wrap it up entirely, because we need another hit for the dwarf. Nothing here. Skeleton there. The chest here, obviously. You can't go beyond the rain, behind the waterfall. That is one of the things that you should always try, though. Always try to go next to the waterfall. Now, I have been considering this, but this is actually something we can do. We can give Sarah a noble eagle feather to speed her up even more. And actually make sure she outspeeds these water tarantulas. Now, admittedly, this would use one of our two only noble eagle feathers, but it's the fact that we found a second one right now that makes me inclined to just say, okay, let's use it. Because now Sarah is actually faster than... Oh, this is a dead end. Okay. I did not expect this to be a dead end, not gonna lie. I expected there to be like a passage right there. Alright, so let's see. Did it work? Is Sarah faster now? Yes. Well, she was faster one time. I'm not sure if she's gonna be faster every time, but we'll notice that soon enough. Let's keep going. And then we're gonna go down here, to the east here. One of the worst thing about dead ends is legitimately the fact that you have to backtrack to the entire place that you went to just to get back. But, you know, we're not gonna complain too much because this dungeon is actually being really nice to us. We found a lot of decent stuff. We found a couple really... So this is the bouncing that I was talking about. Apparently these phosphor-dwarfs can do it too. It is effective... Oh, she learned Fresh Tsunami. That is a heal-all spell, basically. Now, outside of battle, we actually have whales, so it doesn't matter. We can just use whales for the same purpose. But in battle, Fresh Tsunami is definitely one of the better spells in the game. Because it effectively heals everyone fully, basically. So we're going to keep hitting. And we're going to kill this water tarantula. Random is going to level up again. Now, one of the big things is we do not want to die at all right now. Because usually it's not that bad. But keep in mind, we have not been able to save since the last episode. So just imagine what would happen if we just died right now. That would literally be the single worst impossible single worst awful thing that could possibly happen at this point. Not for you guys, because I would just have to make another cut and then we'd be back where we are, but for me it would be absolute hell. Because if there is one thing that I don't like doing, it is retracing dungeon. Now of course if there is a point for it, like if there is a reason to retrace your steps, and you don't actually have to retrace the entire dungeon because you already have most of the loot or something, it can be fine. Like I know that there's one dungeon in the game where you have to clear it, then come back, and then leave again. That is totally fine because you actually did complete the dungeon, and then you just did the next part of fur coat. Is that armor? Because that seems like ridiculous armor. That's probably gonna be something that only the animals can equip. Yeah. Where are we? Oh! Oh! This is a save point. Hallelujah, guys, we've reached a save point. But much more importantly, much more important than the fact that this is a save point, this guy can place a teleport. Wait, how much gold? He says... Oh. 2,000 gold. I mean, we have plenty of gold. So we actually made it to Tangar. This is the other side. You can rest down here if you want to. But I think we're actually full. Luciana's missing 2 mana, so we're not going to go sleep for that one. I can't believe it. We actually made it out of Tangar in one go. Nice. Now, the sad news is that we did not finish exploring the entirety of this dungeon, so we're going to have to backtrack just a little bit, and do this side of the bridge. And I know that we did miss out on a lot of good loot so far, so we're gonna have we do have a little bit of work left. Now we found Grockel's amulet, which is artifact cast skull gazer. What is with these artifacts that let you cast spells? We found the amulet, we found this new amulet. And the good thing is we can just egress, leave, and then just teleport. And look where we can teleport to. The Tangar Mage, and boom, we're here. That's how easy it is now. Now we're actually going to leave Tangar, because we are not quite out of the woods yet. First of all, there is another section here on the west, which you can explore, which will contain the golden bandana, apparently. The vine down here doesn't lead anywhere. And you can still go to the east here, which doesn't lead to anything. Now you might be thinking, oh, why are you doing this? Why aren't you not just finishing the quest so that we're done with this part? There's a very good reason. There is a couple of optional stuff that we did not do. And that optional stuff is stuff that you really do not want to miss. Especially not if you're going for a completionist run, because it's going to be a very rare item that you cannot attain anywhere else in the game. So we will have to go and backtrack to the beginning of the dungeon, because that's the thing. In the beginning of the dungeon there are a couple paths you can take. And I took one of them, and that happened to be the path that, through some loops that I was not aware of, actually led us to get to the end of the part. And we got here all the way here without actually really realizing it. But there is another path you can take that also leads you to the ice cave, I think. I'm not sure, not 100% on this. But it should also lead to the ice cave at some point. And there is that boss, that mermaid that we saw. We should be able to actually get to her. This entire thing was one big joke. Are you kidding me? Alright, so we're back. And right now, as you can see on the left, there's nothing. But there is this cave right here. So we're actually going to enter this cave now. So this guy wants to participate in the Leonian tournament. Well, good luck with that one. I am the only person that's going to win the tournament. Thank you very much. The only one. But yeah, honestly, this does nothing at all. Why is that there if it does nothing at all? That's kind of annoying. There are a few things in games that I hate more than like red herring visuals. Because you really would think that this thing is important, but then it turns out to be completely redundant. Now there's two things that I want to find First of all, I want to find that mermaid because I want to be able to fight her. We want to be able to actually get that bonus. I don't know what item she gives. I just know that my friend told me to actually kill it and make sure that I won on the first try. So that's what we're going to try and do. Now this cave is actually bigger and there are stairs here, so I think if I had to choose between stairs or no stairs, I would definitely go up the stairs. So let's go up the stairs. These fights are really starting to annoy me right now, because they're not even difficult anymore. Okay, we find an empty pot and a barrel on the other side, which is honestly reason enough to go this way, circle around. No. Wow. See, that feels bad when you see a barrel and you're like, oh, this barrel has got to contain something, and then no. Let's see. This is kind of a weird section, if you ask me. Where have we not been before? I am kind of trying to think, where have we not been? We have not been to the east side of this place. And there's another door here, which leads outside. This leads to the monolith. What? Yeah, so that's the path that I was talking about that also leads to the cave. Because it also leads to the monolith, and then from there he can go into the cave, and then that entire section. Now this is actually the place that I was talking about when I said that I know that we missed a lot of goodies. Because this place is chock full of loot. The Clad Ceremony. Sylvia, Goddess of Air. Okay. The Clad Ceremony. Learn Wind Dance. I guess Sarah can learn Wind Dance. It's not really that important. This vine leads to a hidden area with Christopher's Trips. Luciana is such a nerd for books. It's honestly endearing. Christopher's Trips book. Entire work of the genius Christopher. And I know what's in there. That actually is going to teach her Saint Christopher, I think. Saint Christopher. Which is a mind spell, which is pretty good. Some enemies, like especially the very physical enemies, really are very weak to mind spells, so. Oh no. Are you serious? I did not stop to consider that there would be more trick bots here. Now the good thing is we're almost done with exploring this place, because I do know that at the end of this part we will be able to find Undine, or whatever her name is. I call her Undine because, yeah, you know, she's a mermaid. She looks like an Undine. Krieger scales. Okay, so the loot that my friend was talking about is mixed in with the rest of the stuff. That is mildly annoying. Now this thing tries to use Ocelov. Luckily he tried to use it on Coriol, which means it's going to be pointless. Which is obviously good for us. There are so many chests that you are not supposed to check out. It is so annoying. But yeah, these imps die pretty quickly, so that's not even the point. And luckily, if you kill them once, they don't reappear. Like, so because I'm the kind of person that would just check the same pot 15 times and then be surprised when an imp shows up. That does beg the question, how many of these pots contain one of these? We got 12,000 gold and a red chrysalis, so really, all these fights have already paid off because we got 12,000 gold. So we're going to be hitting the enemies here. We're going to be finishing them off, and then going to check this spot, which is going to contain 3 more imps. Now once you know in Imp Spara, this entire section is so easy because Sarah can just drain them of their magic points, and once they don't have magic points, you don't have to deal with Ostolov, you don't have to deal with their death spells, even though death still has never incurred an actual death. Empty, empty. Wow. 3 more of them. At some point this has to end, right? Like, there has to be a limit to how many of these annoying imps can actually appear. Well, we are sitting on 84,000 gold at this point, so honestly, do we even mind? Empty, empty, empty. So this is what I meant with I would check an empty pot 17 times and still get hit by it. Where else can we go? We didn't check the pots on top yet, so that's definitely something that we want to check out. The pots at the top. And then what? Because other than that, I don't really see anything here. Honestly, I'm ready to just start mashing and hope that they die that way. I do not have the patience to click that spell each and every time, and I don't want to click melee, because melee is going to make me use rush, and I don't want to use rush. For real. In Nanera, I love your games, but damn you are evil with these stupid things. And I tried to hit Luciana, which obviously does not work out because she's a fire mage. There we go, 2 red parsleys. Something for our troubles. And these pots seemingly don't contain anything. So we find an emerald and we find a grave. So another grave, probably another grave for the 13 Cinders quest. Lord Asgard's tomb. So that begs the question, how do we actually get towards the other one? That is a pretty good question. How do we get there? Where have we not been might be the better question. So I think we are going to, I don't know. I'm trying to like think purely by memory where we might be, where we might have to go next, because I can't really think of anything. But let's proceed by going south first, because obviously there's nothing more here. And I guess there is only one section that we have not explored yet, and that is the section up north. We have not been up north yet, so let's do that now. And we have not found the Ice Mage yet. And I know that you don't know what the Ice Mage is, but the Ice Mage is basically a guy that we have to find. Because if we don't find him now, we'll have to find him later. And you know, we're doing the Tangar exploration now. So we might as well find him, well, now. Now we're going to see enemies that we have not seen yet, purely because these are new from this spot on. They're annoying. They're the same as anyone else in this dungeon, in this entire place. So really, nothing special about them, except that these ones actually drop phoenix feathers. Just like those wolves did earlier on. But my luck with those phoenix feathers is apparently nihil. So there's another statue of the goddess here. A cockatrice feather there. No way to go east, which means we can't go that way. I really thought that I would have an item. I am not gonna lie. That looked so promising. Huh. An inn. Yeah, an inn. But isn't this the place where like there is nothing because of the stuff, like of the, yeah, you can't cross this bridge. So there's not much point in saying that there's an inn because you can't cross the bridge. That is the entire issue. Now, in the counter, you actually do learn that this is the work of some rogue dwarfs who for some reason blow up the bridge. But my issue with that is, why did they blow up one bridge and then the other bridge is completely gone? And we'll get to that later on, because yes, the Tangar exploration is not quite done yet. We have not reached Tangar yet. And very sad to say, our exploration of planes like these is not quite over yet either, because there is effectively more to it. But for now, welcome to the lake. This is the lake that we were at earlier. Lethal Wonder Falls. Now, we are here for one reason and one reason only, and you all know what the reason is. We still have not quite found that mermaid, and we still have not destroyed that mermaid. And that will be the last thing we do for this episode. We will be going to see the mermaid, we will go and beat her, and then we will retreat back to the Tangar Mage, go north, complete the first part of this quest. But to do any of that, we have to actually find the mermaid. Which is turning out to be quite a difficult task, if you ask me. Now, I'm not sure if it's a bad thing that these videos are getting a bit longer each time, because at the very least there is actually more content in each video, rather than just more videos. So, on one hand I think it's a good thing, on the other hand I think it's a bit of a bad thing, because, well, attention doesn't usually last that long, and I don't want to, like, draw these videos out too much with too much uninteresting stuff. Now, it would be a lot better, obviously, if we actually ran into our goals a bit quicker, because there is a lot of stuff, but then once you have to find the last stuff, after you find lots of stuff, there will always be that one thing that you haven't quite found yet. In this case it's two things, namely the Ice Mage that we're looking for and that mermaid that we saw. We still have to find them, and finding them is clearly not really working out for us. Now, we haven't been down this path yet, have we? This seems very familiar to me. Yeah, I think that this is actually the path that we took earlier. And if that's the case, I'm just gonna egress out, because I don't want to deal with it, and then we can probably find her in the next episode. That works for me too. Because what we did today, we did reach the counter, we did place our teleport spot. That was the most important part of this episode anyways. Because that is what you want to do as fast as you can, just so that you can teleport to the right spot of Tangar, so you don't have to do this entire ice cave again. But yeah, we are at a safe spot right now, so you know. We came from there. So actually, the last thing that I'll try out is, instead of going up the rope, which we did last time, we will go to the left here. And let's just see how that works out for us, okay? Let's do that first. Now, I think that it's not going to work out, and I think we're still going to have to leave it at this, but you never know. Now, fun fact, you can actually get through this entire thing without ever coming here, but you know, whatever. Alright, this vine is really our last hope. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So you guys, you know what, I get the feeling that we're not going to find it in this episode within a reasonable amount of time. So we're just going to leave it off here. As you can see, if you surprise enemies, you're going to get priority and you're going to be able to run away. Say, foolproof. Keep that in mind. I am so annoyed that we have not made it to her, because she is right there. She is right there. That is the issue. Wait. We never explored this, did we? Yeah. We never went here. We skimmed over it and then we forgot, and then I forgot about it. So, what if this is it? What if this is it? All right, bear with me a little bit longer, guys. Please bear with me a little bit longer, because this might be it. This might be the way that we actually get to her. Is this gonna be the way? So random alert quadra strike, which is basically one of the better moves you can learn. It is an amazing move in general, but it's one of the best moves random gets. No, why is this empty? Why is this empty? There's an exit. There's a cave exit. There's a cave exit. Okay, guys, there is a cave exit, which means this, no matter what, this place leads somewhere. This might be it, guys. We might have finally found our way to get to Aethyne, or whatever her name is. I'm gonna keep calling her Undine. Much easier. We got somewhere. Have we already? Did we explore that fire cave? I am so sure that we did not actually explore that fire cave. I'm not crazy, right? I didn't explore this yet, did I? I feel like I would remember if I did, because... Yeah, I would definitely remember if I did. I did not walk through lava yet. We found a diamond. We're not finding what we're looking for. By the way, in case you didn't notice, Luciana actually learned Protection, which is basically a spell that lets her boost the defense of characters too. So now I have two characters that can actually do that. So Luciana can take care of herself now, whilst we focus with Sarah and the others. So this is what I saw earlier. That was just the entrance to this place. Feels bad. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna work out. This place is just too big. So what we're gonna do is probably the same as last time. We're gonna leave the video off here, and then instead of going to a save point right now, and then I'll see you guys next time, and we'll pick up where we left. Next episode, we'll try to find these mermaids, see how we can get to her, try to find the ice mage, although we can do that at another point in time. It doesn't really matter when we do it. This fire lake is very unpleasant and does not lead anywhere, which makes it feel like a gigantic troll. And an open chest. So we're just gonna egress out of here, and then we're gonna teleport to the Tangar mage, which is gonna be the simplest way to do this. Hello there, Tangar mage. We're gonna make our way to the dormitory where we can rest up. No, I wanted to rest. 20 golds. Okay, that's not a lot. Like the Trident Porcupine was actually more expensive, so we're not gonna complain. And then we can save our game here. So guys, thank you all for watching this video. See you all next time, and remember, stay on the dark side.